Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 Siege battle for you today, and today we have ourselves a glorious 3v3 here, as we have a very unusual alliance of Carthage and Rome, and they are matching up with Rome's other deadly rival of the era, that is Parthia here. So I guess Rome's, allied with its old enemies, and it's now taking on some new ones. And they have got Kush here, we have Getae and Seleucids on the defense here in this siege battle. And it certainly looks like it's going to be a good one. I mean, it's on. I don't actually know this map off the top of my head. I think it's Tarsus, which Tarsus is always a great map because you have that weird ledge at the end here, which people always camp archers on. But it looks like that was not going to be in play today. We also have a bit of a sally out already taking place, I'd just like to say. I don't know what Getae was thinking, but there's some mercenary axe-royers that just sallying on out, unsupported, I'd just like to say as well. They have not got any spear support or anything like that. And there are cataphracts of Parthians here, just waiting. I don't know if he's just hoping to see if anything else appears outside the walls, but yeah. Interesting move certainly by Getae here to try and force Carthage back, which is kind of what he's done. Carthage has abandoned all of his equipment here, you can see, and has now moved over to sort of support Parthia and Rome. Whether that will work out, I do not know. We'll see. But yes, if you're a fan of all things Rome 2 and would like to see some more glorious siege battles, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. And yeah, you can see here Rome opening up a few breach points, trying to just trying to get as many options as possible, because I mean that's the best thing you really want to do when you're playing Rome 2. I feel like is you want to try and get a few choke points, you want to be able to get over the walls, the towers. Get a few options, and then you've got Socii Hastati here. I was about to say Socii Equites, but yeah, Socii Hastati here, and they're jabbing the Shotels. I don't know if this is actually a good unit to be going up against the Kush Shotel warriors, because Kush is a pretty good anti-Rome, so it will be interesting to see. But these Socii Hastati, I don't imagine they have much in the way of armor. 60. That's kind of actually less than the Shotel warriors, so that armor-piercing swords that the Shotels have actually will be less effect potentially, I don't know, but yeah, Rome's got plenty of more heavily armored units back here, which those Shotels do a lot of work against, like the Evocati here with the silver chevron. Oh my, there's actually a lot of Evocati back here, I think all with silver chevrons, but that will be interesting to see how they do. It looks like Rome's allies are also landing on the walls now, or breaking them down in the case of Carthage. It looks like the job of defending against Carthage is going to be going to Seleucids, and then Getae, I guess, is kind of out of position. I don't know what he's doing with these axe warriors. He's managed to actually get them around the entire walls, and then he looks like he's going to get them back in. That's actually crazy. But yeah, it looks like not Carthage, sorry. The cataphracts here of Parthia are now going to be going after that axe warrior. They have seen the opportunity, and to be honest, it's not a bad option. It gets a unit off the field. I mean, this is perfect for cataphracts. Open plains, very flat ground. They should be able to get some of them, I imagine. We'll see. You'd have thought over there, this short amount of ground, cataphracts could catch them. They are super heavies, so who knows. They are slow boys. Here we go. Yeah, I think actually Getae's going to get away with that. That is very, very lucky. So yeah, I don't know what the purpose of the sally out really was, but yeah, it didn't really achieve anything, and the cataphracts didn't lose anyone either, so it's not really the end of the world. Here we go, Carthage already being aggressive, going straight in there against the Seleucids, not slowing down. Libyan infantry up against thorax infantry. Thorax swords, which, in my opinion, both units here aren't the greatest. I think the Libyan infantry is slightly better, but it is being shot in the back. I don't know where from. Oh, these Dacian heavy bows here. Very, very good. Yeah, the Dacian bows are also trying to get taken out by the Cretan archers, so yeah, very good anti-archer sort of moves there. You get rid of the enemies, let your opponent's range, then just quite quickly limit them. Because often in fighting Rome 2, that's usually how you get through a choke point, is with a range unit, especially when it comes to pikes. Which in late game, often are just defending the last point. Yeah, if you want to send in any of your Rome 2 replays that you've got and you think, Pope, these are glorious units, these are or any total war replays for that matter. Feel free to join my Discord, the link is down below in the description. You're all welcome to come in, stop by, and get involved as well in any sort of battles and scenarios that we host as well on the server. Show tells here they're losing, but they are just looking off a lot of jabbies and stuff guy here starting. These easy point blank range shots. Yeah, they're going to fight on there. It looks like they've got plenty of support there, really. A lot of a Shotel spam build here from the Kush player. A bit of an easier assault over here as well for the Carthage. Only got Kushite slave infantry to go through. Again, the archers there getting good shots into the back of the swords, the Libyan swords there. They're doing okay. And more Carthaginian troops are pouring in, but they are getting surrounded in a lot of areas. They're mostly Scutiaris, being surrounded by axe warriors. I want to support this Carthage. See what they do. And lots of reserves coming up here now. Here we go, more Libyans going in. Plenty of thorax going in. Seems like the attack is, making some steady progress being made. I was thinking, yeah, Samurai Warriors also still losing. Jeez, against Axe Warriors. They're having a rough time. These archers are actually doing really well for the defenders, I think. Getting a lot of good kills. Try slave infantry. Actually, holding back the Evocati for now. I mean, the blobbing up seriously as well is not a good idea. Like 4 units in there, I think, of Evocati. That's a lot to try and break through a couple of push-out slave units. I feel like you don't need that many. If I was a rogue player, I get some of these guys out of here. They have killed one of the units, but they need to just kill another one off. Shotel's here. They're still losing even though they they're like, they go up against their prime opponent, the Romans. They are actually like killing some of these Evocati. One of them is losing decisively, but it's not enough. There's another one ready to go. I think I did see back here for a moment some like armored Shotel warriors. It's clearly better ones that have to come up still. We'll see. We've got the Syrian archers as well. They're just, shooting in, just weakening up these Shotel warriors, basically forcing them forward to come to the Romans. They're basically like making all the decisions. The Romans just sitting there quite happily. Carthage being a lot more aggressive, still sending these Scutiaris. Are actually beating these thorax apparently, even though they're medium infantry. I don't know how. Very strange, very strange. The Libyan infantry are finally being beaten back in. Silver Shield swords, no wonder they're struggling to break through here. It's the best infantry, already on the front lines for the Seleucids. And we had a, technically it's a sally out, I guess, by Gede again. I don't know if he actually meant to continue, whether these Samanites sort of just ran back out. I don't know. Yeah, the Axe Warriors here, they're just like fighting against Samanites outside the walls instead of inside. Bold move, I'll give them that. Parthia now actually committing troops as well. I just had realized we haven't really seen many Parthian infantry actually in the fight. Fighting off against Gede here. There you go, most Axe Warriors. They're getting surrounded now by Carthaginian troops. They'll get taken out. Still, these slave infantry hold on. I mean, they're like slaves, despite how hard they do. I guess it's death either way for them. Death in the battlefield of death and slavery. Not a great option for them. Parthia here, they'll take these kills. There you go, shows the warriors actually getting shot on the side here. So I mean, yeah, by the Cretan archers. How are you supposed to like use your archers to get like some angles, get some decent like shots on the side of them? They're being pinned down now by Eastern spears. Not a bad move there either by Parthia, though they are getting oiled quite a bit. So that's not so maybe such a smart move. These Eastern spearmen, all they're there for is to pin down these Chotels, I guess, so that the archers can keep doing work that they're doing into the flanks there. I keep coming over here and thinking, oh, they're making progress at Carthage. They're really not, actually. I feel like they're getting pushed back now. We're seeing Parthian troops arrive a little bit more as well. It seems like this choke point's kind of come to a stalemate. With the sally out, they kind of like, yeah, that's it. We're done going in there. Yeah, it seems like Seleucids actually are sort of pushing back Carthage. Like I said, so much so that Parthia's starting to send in some troops. Still that Silver Shield's in there. It's like it's got 180 kills. Incredible. It's done very well. See here, looks like Samurai Warriors, they're also struggling to get through this. I mean, they're in a 3v1 here, and yeah, it's not good. It's not looking good, put it like that. They're holding on though. Here are the thorax by like the skin of their teeth. If they lose here, then I mean, this could really do damage and like put in danger a lot of these other like troops. It looks like the Seleucids realize that they're maybe going to just alter their line, maybe just sacrifice this Chotel. I think it is pretty much screwed anyway. Rome is still like blobbing up seriously. It's a real mess. If only they had like a artillery piece or something just to like shoot into this blob of Avocadi down there. There's so many of them. It's blobbed up there. Rome though actually has committed like, well, because he's blobbing up, has committed basically all of his army. There is nothing outside the walls, like no reserves. It is all in there. There's Hastati, Socii, Hastati, they're all dead. It's now just down to Avocadi to do the heavy lifting. There's also archers in here. I hope these guys, oh, they do have ammo as well as this firing. That is unfortunate. Rome could lose a pretty handy archer there. And try to just get my hands around this damn building. So I sort of understand camera. Good volleys into the side by the Shotel Warriors into the Evocati. These guys, this is a classic matchup. Evocati versus Armored Shotel Warrior. These two faces off against. These two face off so many times. It's like such a common sight. I'm actually gonna run away to the Romans. They don't want to fight that, and rightly so. They want to weaken these Shotels before they really have to fight them. They can go to the Shotels. They're not gonna mess around. They're gonna go straight on in. Now the angry men from Kush can start hacking and slashing those Romans. I don't know, with the support from the archers above, that actually might be a fairly decent fight there for Rome. Evocati, you can see, are losing decisively already. Like, they're just not designed to fight against Shotels. Shotels are just killers of Romans. They are losing still. But they need to be careful. Might need some more troops over in that direction, or maybe just like put some archers. These Nubian bowmen, because they're not just, I don't know if they do ammo, but they can do with getting rid of those Roman ones. Oh, they're out of ammo. Okay, that's not so great. But they can do getting some archers over there to just remove those Syrian archers, because otherwise Kush might not be able to hold that line any longer. Fight carries on. It looks like, actually, though, looking at these lines here, looks as though I'd say the Seleucids are kind of running out now of troops. We are seeing more and more Gede troops come forward. There's no swords being sent in. I mean, there are still a lot of Gede troops, it seems, in reserve. Maybe they are the main reserve, but they're gonna have to send some of these guys up to come and support the thorax here, because otherwise this is gonna get broken through, and then archers are at risk, which is a real problem. Something that we'll just keep in mind as well is that the Parthians do have an elephant. It's an Indian war elephant. It's already somehow bloodied up. I don't know how. I don't think it's seen much action, if any. But yeah, balance power is dead even as well. So maybe those elephants, they're going to make a difference. We'll have to see. We've got Eastern Cataphracts as well being shifted forwards. Whether they see an opportunity to go for a charge on something, I'm not sure. There you go. It seems as though the Parthian infantry are going to be retreating. Well, actually, I don't know. So they're going to stand it since the Samnites are changing target. And then no wonder they are, because they've broken through here. The Parthians are through. There's also a gap here in the line that they've just kind of just ignored of the defenders and just allowed Parthia to swamp on through. And look at this. This is the first sort of breakthrough, and it's by the most unlikely of the attackers, is Parthia. It's not really known for their infantry and their siege abilities. Yeah, here they are. Leading the way, leading the charge. Shotel Warriors here, still trying to hold on against the Evocati. The other Shotels, more of them being committed. Still losing this fight. I think, again, archers up here. They have been trying to kill them off, it seems. There are a lot of dead Syrian and Syrian archers up here. But yeah, look at this. Balearic Slingers, 44 of them left. That is, yeah, not going to do a lot. They're even getting archers off the wall now to come and support this fight. Yeah, I think Rome might be stumped on this choke point here because they don't have enough troops, I don't think, to break through. Looking at the reserves, there's plenty of Shotels, Noble Warrior, Noble Swords here available. There's another Shotel here ready to go in and stop Rome. But this is the problem with blobbing up. You tire all your men unnecessarily. And you also just make big archer targets as well, which is a shame. Oh, we actually have Cav inside the settlement here for both sides. We have the Roman generals also in here. Don't know what he's doing here. He needs to get out of here. He's actually still got quite a decent army. Get out of there, Legatus. Yeah, the Legatus here could be about to die. They're going to focus him down with archers, which is not a bad idea. I mean, it's not exactly like his general sniping. He is literally engaged against a noble sword right now. I don't know what the Roman player is doing. He's just sacrificing himself. I don't know. The Parthians are still losing there as well. There you go. Rome's general has routed. Been broken. And that is going to be costly. I don't know why Rome did that. Why he sent them? Because now all of his Evocati here. Well, they're just kind of... But they're all blobbed up as well. They're giving up on this choke point here. I don't know whether he desynced, maybe. I wonder whether Rome desynced. Or maybe he just gave up and just threw in the towel. I'm not really sure. It would be a very Rome move to do. I feel like Rome players often are quite salty. Yeah, armored Shoto warriors here. They're just gonna get ready. They're gonna charge in by the looks of it. Yeah, going up against mercenary noble fighters. These are both titans. I feel like the mercenary noble fighters probably have the advantage having no armor or less armor. There's 35 armor actually, apparently. I don't know. Maybe they are still. Well, it's not as like so much as like a Sacred Band of 105, I guess. These armored Shoto warriors. It might do a lot of damage. These Sacred Band, we'll see. Actually, yeah, they're pulling back the mercenary noble fighters, leaving the Sacred Band to do all the work. Bold move. Arrows come in, doing some really nasty damage there to the Shoto warriors. That was brutal. Yep, the grind goes on. I don't know really why Carthage brought so many Sacred Band. I don't feel like they're a very great offensive, like, sort of unit. Bring spears generally aren't. The only faction that it kind of really works for, I feel like, is Sparta. That's really all they have. It's just spears, and they're broken anyway and overpowered. I also don't like how the Sacred Band are in some bright purple look. It's not great. Rome's actually sent troops over here. He's got Evocati actually supporting. Alright, so the Evocati are wavering, probably because they've lost their general. The Roman light units do look good though. I feel like vanilla, like Rome 2, They messed up some units, I feel like, but the legionary, the Roman legionary, it looks amazing as always. Even better when it's cutting down its enemies like this. Look at this, glorious. I think they're going to beat the Thorax, even though they've been wavering most of this fight. Yeah, now look at that, how the tables have turned. Now the Thorax is starting to waver. Noble Swords are next in, though, so I don't think that Evocati is going to be lasting too much longer. And I don't think the Parthians are strong enough to actually break through that line either, that sword line. It is a bit frustrating, I'm sure, for the attackers now that they're running out of good infantry units, and now all they have left really to push forward is Parthia. Really spears. There are a few swords dotted around, like the mercenary fighters there, and looks like we've got another one over here. But yeah, there's Cav, there's like Parthia, and then there's also just spears ready to push forward to try and break through. Sacred Band here. They look like they're going to get attacked. Well, actually they're getting flanked to start with by the Shoten Warriors here, which is not a bad move. Shouldn't really have left this gap open, and now he's going to get charged in the back. Then if he turns around, then he gets jammed in the face or in the back by Noble Swords, or he just gets surrounded anyway. It looks like the only support that Carthage is going to give this Sacred Band is just by shooting some archers into the shooting some arrows into the ranks of these Shotels. There you go, look at that. Shoten Warriors are winning that fight. They're encircling these guys, and there's so many units. Full Sacred Band. They're forming up in that phalanx formation. It's the easiest way to break it, is just to surround it. This is definitely probably like the way in, though. As you can see here, the Parthian player, he seems to have engaged the Noble Sword. The Noble Sword's not really defending the choke point, it's just kind of just stood in the middle of the street. And now they can surround with other Parthian units if they want to. They could also get Cav in behind if they wanted to as well. There's a spear horse that needs taking out. Yeah, this Chokepoint here looks very promising, really, for the attackers. If anything, Gete wants to start thinking about pulling back some troops to maybe defend that area a little bit more. But he's also having to defend all of these other choke points that have been opened because Royal Cataracts are just standing there waiting patiently. But yeah, they should just call a general retreat here. They've done their bit. You just have to give up the ground now. Just have to give up the ground. And sometimes good Total War players realize that. Give up ground to find even better defensive ground. Rome's still got a few like tiny little legionary units going in. Hilarious. Maybe they'll contribute to the fight. The Parthian infantry, you know, it's holding its own. It's Noble Swords. Still have to kill, but doing a bit. So it helps that they keep surrounded anyway. But Rome keeps sending troops like everywhere as well. It just instantly tells me that he's not desync, because I feel like the AI will just charge everything on one unit and blob up. A bit like this player is doing though. He is dueling against a harder unit. These armor Shotels, they're nearly all dead, but there's still more to come. Kind of a waste of an angle. It's not even really an angle, but yeah, wasted shots from the Seleucids here. They're using their well, they're just shooting straight into the face of the Evocati, but it seems like it's working. They are killing these Evocati, but a lot of them are losing. A lot of them are all tired or exhausted as well, because the player keeps just overusing them. It needs to rest up. It needs to cycle out his units a little bit. All those handy little tips and tricks. towers are collapsing. I don't know. Oh no, it's not towers collapsing. It's another wall being collapsed. Look at this, a late wall collapse from the Parthian player here. He's going to knock this down. He's going to allow his cav and infantry here to get inside and actually get in behind as well. Actually, could be a really good move there from the Parthian player. You know, that's like, I don't know, 400 IQ. Like, the battle might still be raging, but it doesn't mean you can't use siege equipment against. Steadily, with a lot of blood here, the Romans are pushing forward. Bodies that are mounting up here are, yeah, kind of insane. There's still another Shoto warrior to go in. Yeah, he's nuts. Carthage is kind of being aggressive over here. He's kind of, you know, pushing back Shoto warriors. Still, these archers are firing. I feel like they could do with getting a better angle. Probably, because otherwise, I don't know what they're really doing. I like how Rome is sending troops just everywhere, but actually not dealing with its own choke point. She's still kind of struggling to take. But yeah, look at this. They broke through the Parthians with their little maneuver. And now they're pushing even further up towards Tarsus. Now they are getting ever so close. Well, actually, where is it? Well, they're still a long way actually from the ledge. Still a long way from the ledge of death. I don't think they'll get there. I think the defenders are going to fight and die where they are. The attackers' balance power is probably in their favor now, and as you can see, we've got there's just so many entry points that these cataphracts can get in behind here. They can go for a rear charge onto the little swords there. They can go for archers. They can maybe even go for a general if they felt brave enough.
Advance at speed! Quickly now! Red charge! Forward!
Waiting for this eastern cataphract to kind of make it. What's it going to go for? It goes like it has for the noble swords. It's going to have a tough time getting out of this because the Axeroids, they're going to close a trap, I'd imagine. Oh no, it's not Axeroids. It's another noble sword. It's the general version though. We have elephants in here. Look at this. This is what they're going to do to try and break through. Sheer weight.
Disengage!
How many kills does that elephant unit get? 88? It's not too bad. Well, I think. Oh, they are. Oh, they have lost one elephant and they are out of control. Oh no, they got a lot more than that. Sorry, they got 265 kills. My bad. What got 88 kills then? Oh, it's these noble swords, I think.
Forever loyal!
Oh no, the Royal Counterpacts, they have 88 kills.
Riders at fire!
Yeah, it seems as though that Elephant and Counterfract sword combo there, Gede is a little bit more weaker, though it looks like they're going to take out this Eastern Counterfract here easily enough. There's a general over here, they need to be careful. He isn't just going to like cap the final point. I think you can do it as Cav in Rome 2, I can't remember entirely. I know there's certainly in like, I don't know, Attila you have to like capture him, like dismounting stuff, and then going in. Little scraps now taking place across the battlefield as the siege is coming into its final phase. So Rome's pulling out some more of his Evocati. Whether he's sending them elsewhere, I don't know. Maybe he feels like this choke point here is more of an issue. I've got the general here as well for Carthage that might be needed because, well, I don't know. His most noble fighters look like they're winning okay. They're gonna rout these noble swords by the looks of it. But yeah, just about. You need to be careful though, because this noble sword here is just rushing out that general. You need to be very, very careful. Oh, it's just a man and another guy. This is all that remains of Gete. Just one chap. Nah, there's a little bit more left. Gete actually has healthy-ish units that are still, well, making their way back. Looks like also Seleucid has managed to keep some healthy silver shields. We also have Kashai archers in general. So it's a bold moves, especially since the Eastern Cataphracts here are going to, well, potentially could charge these guys down and kill them off.
Advance at speed! Engage!
Cav there is finally giving up. Now Gede can go back to trying to slaughter these Parthian swords. Oh, what's happened there? General has died for Parthia. Okay, that is huge. Balance power is still very much in favor of attackers, but whether that will change, because Parthia's infantry isn't necessarily what you call the most elite, the most like dangerous, so that could actually be a problem. By the way, it seems like most of the fighting outside, like in the suburbs of the city, is over. Rome, I mean, literally fought and died here. It's kind of the same, really, to be honest, with Carthage. Yeah, and I think they would have been out of it if it wasn't for Parthia here. I think Parthia sneaks, like sneaking around the back. It's a well, not really around the back, but you know, like around the back in combat. A huge, huge move. Now we patiently wait. I might just fast forward while we wait. See where the Parthia makes any moves. They go up against the Silver Shield Sword. It's a tough opponent. It's not an unkillable one, that's for sure. They just need to get good angles with their archers. I mean, I'd be shooting this unit over here. I'd be shooting the Silver Shield Sword General. He's got an angle and also, he's a general. Looks like these archers are out of ammo though, so they're going to go straight on him. There's such a thing as a useful archer. Well, I guess unless they have ammo. There you go, the archers push back. No surprise there, and now we're going to see, yeah, push on this flank here. Again, we could really have the Bel Air singers that could just really harass the Silver Shield Swords. or they could attack the general up here. Actually, the general up here is already being attacked. The Royal Kushite archers already been killed off by the leaderless cataphract general of Parthia. The general v general fight, and I don't think it's going to matter too much. I think both, well actually it matters more to Parthia. Parthia's already lost his general. But yeah, I also think Kush has got an army really, so it's really massive. He loses his general, but it looks like the Kushite general did come out successful, and he managed to scare off those Royal Bodyguard cataphracts. Looks also like there's a gap. That's what I was going to say. Seleucid's what you do. Are you setting up or you're not? Are you setting up or you're not? Because right now you can just get flanked in your current position. You're probably best back at the final choke point back here. Just stand there. Again, we'll just fast forward while we wait. Really expecting something to take place, but just nothing going on. Well, there is. Well, okay, it's a little bit. It's part of the sort of here fighting. It looks like they're just cycling units in and out. I don't know whether they're just resting units up. I'm not sure. There we go, Parthian Sword's going to go straight on in as well. They are just trying to get that charge bonus off with just cycling units in and out. Any archer ammo should be being saved right now for either the Getae General or also just for taking out the Seleucid General. One or the other, take them. Well, actually, the Getae General's already dead, so that saves the job. But yeah, they really need to just try and take out that Seleucid General. He's already showing his back to some of the archers, so it shouldn't really be an issue.
Engage!
Here we go. Final sort of fight. Who will win? I'm putting my money on the attackers, but that's the thing the defenders maybe both committed a little bit too much. Silver shields though, they're going for some last minute kills. General's pulling back for Getae. Oh, it's not his general, it's no sword. Jeez, they just seem to keep plucking units from nowhere. I think there is just 2 Getae units left and then 2 Seleucid and the 1 Kushite general. That's it. Rome, actually all 3 attacks here contributing to try and just finish off this noble sword unit. And then they're going to go in now against the silver shields. Rome is going to be sent in first. There you go, Rome is easily defeated, and some packing, and now it's going to be... I don't know, have these archers got ammo? No, they don't. They are not going to get to of much use anyway. They will be able to some use against bodies wise. It looks like the plan is to try and go through the silver shield here. I don't think they're going to try and go through the general one. by the looks of it. I mean, they are wearing it down pretty nicely. Whether they could flank there, I mean, they then run straight into a noble sword, but they could try it. Definitely try it now. It's definitely a gap. Try and flank with the Parthian infantry, or even some of the Carthaginian infantry. Any of the just small units, just give it a flank. Cause some chaos. How many kills is this Silver Shield? It's got 150 kills. It's not doing too bad. 251 with us noble fighter that's now in the front lines. I mean, they got some good kills, both sides. Dueling over these steps. Looks like the noble swords here trying to for Getae trying to push back down against the noble fighters of Carthage. There's so many nobles here. So many nobles. And some less noble Bale Eric Slingers. They got a silver chevron. I don't feel like that they earned that. I'm definitely not given that. That's a lot of money being put into Bale Eric Slinger. Archer's still alive though for these. Archer's still got ammo for Parthia there. Doing some good damage against the silver shield swords here. Dropping them like flies. They are very bloodied up. Brutal world this Rome 2 Siege is in. Looks like finally Silver Shields are going to break, and I think that is game basically. Because now once they break through them, it's just some archers to kill, and that is it. It was just a match of attrition, just wearing them down. They had the numbers, and they just about did it. And to be honest, I don't think the attackers did, so the defenders did too much wrong. Like they did a good job. Maybe they could have like tried to hold on to this tower a little bit more, because the Romans like monopolized it with their archers, and kind of used it. But apart from that, I think honestly they did a pretty good job. I've got no. I feel like both sides played pretty well. Certainly feel like the attackers do a little less blobbing, but apart from that, they'd be okay. They've done okay. Yeah, Silver Shields. Actually, they haven't broken. I thought they were going to break. They're still here, but I think we're going to see a mass rout in a second here. The Kush general's gone. And it's just the Sluices now. 227 kills that general got at the end. But there you go, guys. That is a costly victory for Parthia. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. This was sent in by Decibel, who was playing as the Parthia. Obviously, is Decibel of the Getae. Not playing as Getae, though, today. But getting 146 kills with his general before he fell. 424 kills with the Indian War Elephants. Not too shabby. And then he's got Archer here with 197 kills. He's got his Swords down here, 183, 248 kills. So not too bad there. And then we have Ust YK playing as Carthage, getting 127 kills with his general, 167 with the Balearic Slingers, actually outscoring his archers. His Libyan infantry, didn't do too great. To be honest, Carthage's infantry generally just had a rough time. 97 kills with the Scutiari swords here, 270 kills with the noble fighters, 173 kills with the Samnite warriors, and 146 with the Sacred Band. Then we have D-Murph7 playing as Rome, getting 153 kills with the Syrian archers here. I don't know why he sacrifices Legatus as well. That was a strange move by the Roman player, but apart from that, he played a pretty solid game, maybe less blobbing. Brought a lot of these Evocati, which obviously you'll on average did pretty well. 203, 162, 166. Yeah, some solid kills there. And then we have DK Arema playing as the final, as the first of the attackers. He got 227 kills, like I was saying, with those Silver Shield Sword generals. Archers 129, but most of them just got, I think, killed off. It's unfortunate. 195 kills with the Silver Shield Swords here. 218 with another. And his Thorax getting 168 kills. I think is the best of the bunch. Then we have Dutch Hunters playing as Getae. 160 kills with his heavy bowman here. 110 with the mercenary axe warriors. 190 kills with the noble swords. 229 with another noble sword here, and 255 with the final one. Then we have Serama playing as Kush. 122 kills with his Kushite archers here. 210 with the Shoto warriors, not too shabby. 252 kills with the armored Shoto warriors here as well. Yeah, these guys like Roman killers, and these are all on Romans really. So they did really well. And the Shotels down here getting 110, 223 with this one. So yeah, equally very, very nasty unit. But there you go, guys. That is today's siege battle. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.